Yo, what's good? It's your boy Roy causing that ruckus, and I wanted to talk to you today about um like seeds. You know what I mean? But like, imagine your ideas or your dreams are seeds, right? So then, if it's a seed, what do you have to do? If it's a seed, you gotta bury it. Yeah, bury it. Bury it where? Bury it in the back of your mind. Bury it in your heart. Bury it in your everyday thoughts. It has to be completely inside, like bury that shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like it has to be completely. You have to be. It has to completely consume you. You know what I mean? You remember when Black Panther, when he went to see his when he got the Purple Heart shit, and he got the powers back, and he went to the ancestral plane, and they had to bury him. You have to bury yourself in your dream. Does that make sense? All right. So now, when you bury yourself, this is the next part, which is probably the hardest part. Wait. What? Wait. What does a farmer do after he plants the seeds? He waits. Granted, there's some steps. There's some watering that takes place, and making sure the sunlight is available to it. But outside of that, water is Z. You can't kick a fly away from you. Either go inside or stay outside and leave it alone. It's gonna leave you alone, okay? You don't kick King by accident trying to kick the fly away from you. You understand? So please chill with all of that. Yeah. So now, if you after you water, and then make sure, like, even something like sunshine. Well, since we use an analogy, sunshine meaning you give conscious thought to it. You know what I mean? Water would probably mean like actually doing a little bit, like learning more about it, and to the point where it flows. Ooh, I'm just thinking this off the top of the, and it flows better for you. So it's just like, if you say you want to be a dancer, right, and you did no type of dancing, if every day now you start practicing or doing a little bit of dancing steps or this, that, and the third, and all these things, at first you're gonna still suck. It's gonna be like, what the hell am I doing? But eventually this is gonna start to flow. You know what I mean? And then now, whenever you're have nothing to do, you're gonna be thinking of the dance steps or doing the dance steps. That's you being buried in your dream goals or whatever the case may be. So now, once you buried it, and you started watering it, and you started letting it shine, you gave it some sunshine. What now happens is, slowly, very slowly. Uh-huh. So a big part of it is waiting. Waiting. And waiting. And waiting some more. And waiting. And then you see a little bud. Just a little bud. You know what I mean? You're just like, is that motherfucking dream I was thinking about? But guess what? After that little bud come out, it just starts growing, and you actually can see the growth. Like, Ruckus Music Entertainment, I came up with this whole idea 10 years ago, you know what I mean? But it's like, at this point, it's like a ball on its own. It's snowballing. It just keeps on rolling and rolling, to the point where it's like I have almost little effect or conscious thought into doing it. It's more so subconscious, where it just completely took over my psyche at all points. All that being said, I hope that whole, and I guess I'll cut that shit out. But regardless of the fact, I hope y'all got the point, which is basically like, it's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean? At one point, it's gonna seem like it happens overnight, because you buried yourself in it, and because you've been watering yourself, and because you've been consciously putting light and letting your light shine on those goals and dreams and whatever. What's gonna eventually then happen now is you're gonna get to a point where it's like you're not even trying to think of marketing thing, but it just already markets itself. You're not even trying to think of goals. It just pops up on its own. You're not even trying to, you get what I mean? So it's just like, with all that being said, that's all I wanted to share, because right now I'm at the point where it's just like my brain is doing so many things. Like, I've been doing music for so long, you know what I mean? But now my brain is giving me ideas for so many different things. Like, I want t-shirt, I want to do start selling merch. I got so many ideas for merchandise, when it's like I never went into or researched anything with merch. But now that I'm actually doing research on merch and everything, it's like this thing is almost second nature for me, because I did all of this shit for music, and then it's just like recycling with thing, and then the same shit is probably gonna happen with comedy, where I just constantly over and over and over, constantly thinking about it, constantly thinking how to get better, what are they doing, oh okay, and understanding that shit. Bruh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You okay? All right. Be careful when you're walking over sticks like that. All right? Okay? All right. So with all that being said, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and for you people to understand the process. It's a process, you know what I mean? Just like a plant, you gotta take the seed and find the seed, or find the seed and then plant that seed, and then water it, and then light it, make sure it has proper lighting, but then you also have to give it time. And then, as it's going to take, the longest process of that is it budding, and then after that, once it's out of the ground and it's growing, it grows even faster and faster, and then it just seems like, oh my god, you have a big tree overnight. And it's like, nah bro, it took time and time and time and time. So understand, it's going to take time to get your dreams, and if that shit happens overnight, like literally overnight, then understand that shit is going to be taken away from you just as quick. That being said, it's your boy Remy Roy, closing that ruckus. And these trees and things is moving, and there's the lives out here. So I'm gonna move my ass from around here. I'm out. Peace.